TheRippStixx Podcast. What's up, dupes? What'd you think of that intro?
It was good.
So I didn't even realize it, but we were getting copyright strikes, which I think could ultimately result in us being kicked off of YouTube.
What's copyright?
Well, I was using like real songs for intros, and I know that there's a way that I can. Well, I think there's a way that I can give it credit. Like I could say, oh, this song is by Drake and this is the album. And I just don't know how to do that yet. So I searched for royalty-free music and that was the intro.
Okay.
Pretty cool, right?
Yep.
It's February 21st, 2024. How you boys doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
This is a rare mid-week podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are a minute and 28 seconds in, and Lincoln is already embarrassed. So we talked this morning about coming up with a few new segments. And one of the things that I thought would be interesting would be every time that we're doing a podcast, we go over in case you were wondering what that moaning noise was, that's not a dog, that's our 11-year-old son, Lincoln.
Who acts like it?
Who goes whenever he's, feeling a certain way. So I thought about why don't we do a quote of the day? So we usually do these podcasts, once a week, and I thought it would be interesting to go over a quote. Do you guys know what that means when I say like a quote?
Yes. Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's like a saying.
I got a quote.
It's a saying.
I got a quote.
Well, hold on. Can you put your phone down? I'm not asking you for a quote. Lincoln, can you put your phone down? Do you understand the concept of what I'm trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to do a quote of the day, okay?
Okay.
Quote of the day by John Webster. I have no idea who John Webster is.
I think I do.
But
I
John
heard
Webster's.
Webster.
Here we go. Ready? Eagles commonly fly alone. They are crows, daws, and starlings that flock together. Man, I don't know what that means.
Me either.
It's probably like stick together, don't go on their own.
Yeah, eagles commonly fly alone. They are crows, daws, and starlings that flock together.
So like,
I don't know what that means.
well, it's a good quote.
What's a daw?
A doll.
No, dolls, like DAWS. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know what a doll is.
Yeah, we're just getting it.
You know what? Let's do another one. This is a bad start. Bad start. We'll do one that maybe I should have done a little bit
Earlier.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
All right, Leon.
All right, rewind. This is our quote of the day.
Bye.
Ooh, this is a good one.
By who?
Ooh, this is a good one by Roy T. Bennett. Also don't know who he is. This is a great one. This is a great life lesson.
Okay.
Great things happen to those who don't stop believing, trying, learning, and being grateful. Man, does that sound like somebody you know?
Yes.
Who's that sound like? Who's it sound like? No, who does it sound like is saying this?
No, it doesn't.
I'm always telling you guys.
It sounds like Martin Luther King.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he probably said something similar too, but Roy T. Bennett has a point. He's saying that great things will happen to you if you don't stop believing in yourself, if you don't stop trying, if you don't stop learning, and always, 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 always be grateful. Like right now, Lincoln is looking at me as if he is in a torture chamber and we're pulling his fingernails off. But what he doesn't realize is he should be so grateful because he's in a house that has eat. He just ate dinner and he's downstairs on his podcast equipment as an 11-year-old.
People in like Africa that are like poor.
Hey, guess
don't
what?
get a lot of attention.
There's people in Gloucester County that are poor and homeless. So it's a good quote of the day. We should all be grateful.
Yay.
And yeah. Anything to add, Link? Now, another thing we talked about this morning. Yeah, those are moms. Another thing we talked about this morning was going over our horoscope.
Yep.
Now, do you understand what a horoscope is?
Yes. Now that you told me.
Well, no. What do you think it is, Frank?
Well, you already told me.
So a horoscope, man, how do I want to describe a horoscope? A horoscope is almost like, man, for the viewers, I'm really going to butcher this. It's almost like predicting what your future is going to hold, what your near future is going to hold for you based off of when you were born. And there's a belief with these astrological symbols that when you're born in a certain like date range, you have certain characteristics. So I'm going to go over your child/teen horoscope. Now, Franklin, what are you?
A Pisces, which is, I believe, the 20th through March.
Very close. February 19th through March 20th. You are a Pisces. Now, a Pisces for this week. Let's see. Ooh. It may seem like you have too much of a good thing on Monday, and Tuesday. Why not share what you've got with someone who doesn't have any? Your good fortune is still obvious on Wednesday and Thursday, and it could cause someone you know to be jealous. You don't have any time for negative people on these days. Talking to new people is easier than usual on Friday and Saturday, so don't spend your time at a party against the wall. Mingle. You know what's ironic about that?
What? That's me.
What are we doing on Saturday?
Going to Amp's party.
We're going to a party on Saturday. So what this is saying is like, hey, man.
Wait, what party are we going to?
Imp is. She's having like a housewarming party. So we're going to like a party at her house.
Because her house is like fully done.
Lincoln nods his head in approval. All right, Link. You're up. Link, what's your sign?
Virgo.
Can you please talk into the microphone?
Virgo.
Can you please talk into the microphone so that you're a part of this?
A Virgo.
Okay, good job. Virgo, which is what I also am, and your mother.
No, Mom is...
And your grandma.
Mom is the other one.
Well, yeah. Mom's a Virgo by date. She's certainly not a Virgo, though, by how she acts. But I think Mom was supposed to be... Sorry, guys, I keep calling. I think Mom was supposed to be a Leo.
Yeah, she acts like a Leo, and they're good.
Yeah, so let's look at Virgos. Ooh, Lincoln, have fun debating on Monday and Tuesday, but remember, you don't always have to have the last word. If you feel like people are talking behind your back on Wednesday and Thursday, you might not be paranoid. Get to the bottom of a rumor before it does some serious damage to your reputation. The moon gives you lots of excess energy on Friday and Saturday, but you could still wear yourself out if you take on too much. Spend Sunday relaxing.
I don't think I'm going to spend Sunday relaxing. I think we have his party, and I think we're going to go to a game.
What game?
Mom asked the girl.
I would bet that we're not going to that.
I bet you $5,000 that we're going to that game.
Bet.
No, I
All
bet,
right, so
I
look,
bet you.
we went
I bet you
over our-
$50 we go to that game.
Bet.
We went over our astrology. We did our quote of the day.
And if
she gave us tickets to see
If
LeBron
Dad
James, she'll
keeps-
give us tickets to see
and
Giannis.
if Dad keeps on the comments for this one, maybe you can type in what one are you?
Yeah, we'd like to know what sign you are.
Yep. But it doesn't have to be just those two.
Yep. No, you can.
We have
be
no
whatever you want.
comments.
All right. So how about we go right into food with Frank?
Yeah.
Food with Frank, people. Turn
it off. Turn it off.
So
Turn it off.
we have a good session with Food with Frank today, I think. And one of them is, well, we made them yesterday, but we cut them out this morning. And what we did was we made homemade marshmallows. When I just came back from school, I tasted them, and, well, I would say they're pretty good. They're fluffy. They're not as, sticky, so your hands are not really that sticky like syrup, and it's good.
Yeah, Franklin loves marshmallows, and I don't remember what I was doing yesterday, but we were doing something at the kitchen table.
Eating dinner.
Eating dinner, you're right. And then I turned around and I'm like, what are you guys making in the mixer? They were mixing gelatin and water and corn syrup, I think, and vanilla.
Yeah, hot
And
corn syrup.
then they poured this contraption into a container.
I tried the marshmallows today, and they were good.
And then this morning, I was woken up at 5:30 by your mother saying you have to give Franklin, or you have to help Franklin cut the marshmallows. And I was like, huh, okay. And Franklin came into the room bright and early. He was up at an hour.
6:12.
He was up an hour and a half earlier than any morning he's ever woken up before in his life. And he was reading to me the directions on how
To cut those.
how to cut those. And
They're big. They're really big.
they really are. They instruct you to cut them in 2x2 cube, 2-inch by 2-inch cube. Who eats a 2x2-inch marshmallow?
Me.
I mean, you could put the whole marshmallow in the top of a mug.
And it'll fit.
But it's huge. Like I couldn't imagine it. But we had to roll them in powdered sugar so they don't stick to each other.
And we had to cut them by we'll cut the circle sides off, then we'll cut them the squares off, and then we tasted them, and yeah, I would say they're pretty good. And my birthday is coming up. We're going to be celebrating on the 25th because I have a basketball game on my birthday.
Yeah, doubleheader. You and Lincoln have a game on your birthday.
Yep. And
you know what's crazy? What? This year, there is a day in February after your birthday.
Yes.
Because it's a leap year.
Yes. And my birthday cake is going to be s'mores flavored, which I'm very excited about. And
wait a minute, it's going to be s'mores flavor?
uh-huh. And she just ordered it today. So I'm excited. And
wait a minute. Did Graham order it or she's making it?
Ordered it.
Ooh.
So it's like having marshmallows on top. It's going to have on the crust on the top, it's going to have graham cracker. And in the inside, it's going to be chocolate with marshmallow icing in the middle of it.
Are we going to put 5 candles on top?
No.
How about 6?
No.
How about 7?
No.
Maybe 8?
No.
How old are you going to be?
42.
You're going to be 42 years
No,
old?
I'm gonna be 9.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. You know, it wasn't long ago. I looked at a picture. Like, Mom sent a picture. It's crazy how time flies. Mom sent me a picture the other day where Lincoln was like...
5.
No, he was like less than 2. Look, this is the picture.
Oh, he looks so cute. And now look
It's
at
funny
Lincoln.
because he's got the same exact face.
Look at him.
But you know
now.
what's crazy? Look how big the beach was in Brigantine.
We went to Brigantine?
Yeah.
Do we have a beach house there?
No. We got that. When? When did we get that?
In 2022.
Can I see the picture again? Can I see the picture again?
21?
We got the beach house in 2020.
Oh, yeah.
August of 2020.
And for dinner with Food with Frank, we had tacos with...
And you didn't eat any tacos, but okay.
Well, he
All right, we can
kinda
move
ate
on.
something. So, the Food with Frank segment, you talked about the marshmallows. You talked about the s'mores cake. What do you think the next thing that you're going to want to decide to try to make with your mom?
That's a good question, and I think, like, bake next.
Yeah, what do you think you want to bake next?
I think it might be donuts, because we have to make them better. We have to get a better recipe.
Yeah, it's really about
And we
how
have to
you're
top them
frying
with...
them.
We have to top them with icing. We have to.
We'll do my segment next.
No, I have an animal. And that would be the end of Food with Frank,
How does he have 2 topics?
because I came up with 2.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What do you mean? Why does he have 2 topics?
He has the animal one and the food one, and he's doing it right now.
Okay, so what's your topic?
My sports. I have stuff to talk about today.
Link's locker room talk. Again?
Yeah.
I have stuff to talk about.
Fly. All right.
We're gonna roll right into Link's locker room talk.
What did that mean?
We'll do this.
Right now?
No, we'll do it afterwards. So, Link, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
Sorry. So, people are talking about the NBA All-Star Game as being like just like a 3-point contest and dunk contest. What do you think they need to do to fix it? We'll start with Dad.
Well, it's obvious they need to do something to make the players actually want to win the game. And I know the idea was tossed around that, hey, what if the winning team, whatever conference wins, that conference's team in the final gets home court advantage? I mean, that's a huge, huge deal. Because, like, just think about it. Like, say this year, for instance, the East won, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's just think about if the West won. Pretend like the West won. And pretend the Boston Celtics get all the way to the finals, and they have by far the best record. But because the West won the All-Star game, they now do not have home court advantage. That would be really hard for them.
I think the rule that they should make is the winning team gets paid $500,000. I'm sure people are like, well, they get paid 100 times more than that. But, like, I'm just saying they should kind of do what they did at the in-season tournament. They do have a trophy. They have MVP trophy.
And they have a banner.
No.
Like, they should put up a banner, like, each stadium, like, East All-Stars.
I think.
What do you think would really make the guys, like,
How...
put yourself in, like, LeBron's shoes. You're worth $1 billion. You play on the Lakers. You basically have everything that you would want. What would make you really want to win that game?
If they like, say if they say the player that I think they should have in the All-Star game, this is not, like, to make them, like, really play a lot, like, better, but, like...
They need to play better.
Like, I think they should have, like, a defensive player of the year. Like, in this case, I think...
Of the month or the new game, you mean?
Yeah, the game. I think it'd be, like, probably, like, Anthony Davis or something like that.
But what's that got to do with how they make it more competitive?
Because, like, they didn't play any defense.
I think how they make it more competitive is the coaches tell them to play competitive. They don't just... Like, I can't believe that they're not playing competitive and the coaches don't tell them what, like, yeah. But,
what if they made it so that the winning team... What if it wasn't about how many points they scored? What if it was like, if they came up with some sort of new metric that combined, like, all the defensive stats? Can you stop banging? All the defensive stats, like blocks, rebounds, steals, and like it came up with some sort of a percentage, and like whoever at the end of the game had that much, or, well, no, they tried this before. Can you please stop, dude? Like, I don't know why you're moving so much
Can't
stuff,
you just
man.
do this, like, in the beginning of the podcast before we started?
What if they just made it the first team to 150?
Yeah, but that's not going to make it more competitive.
Why not?
Because they already tried that and they do the same thing that they did.
No, because right now they're playing to the end of a time. And they're just both running down and shooting, whatever. But if you made it so, like, the first team to 150 wins, well, I guess you might have the problem still where they're
What
just...
did they do? When did they do that?
Didn't they do that last year, Link?
No.
They did that in 2022, I believe.
It was like the first team to 160-something?
Yeah. But let's look at this.
What about the years they did, like, the pick'ems? Where it was, like, Team LeBron and they just picked their team.
Yeah.
That was last year until, like, 2018, I think they started. I like that because I like the player. I like East and West better, but the most surprising of the All-Star game was Karl Anthony Towns.
Why was he the most surprising? He's a great player.
He had 50 points
So?
off the bench.
That's crazy.
And he was
That's crazy.
he was like my pick to have like 10 points and he had
And
50.
the only reason he didn't get MVP is because he wasn't on the winning team.
He should have got MVP though.
Yeah, that's a bum. That's a bum move. They should have given him an MVP. Boo.
But our picks, none of our picks got MVP. Honest, 23 points, still didn't get it. Frank, who was yours? Halliburton. He almost got it. He had 32, 6, and 7.
I was going to say it because...
Well, Halliburton started hot. Remember, did he score like 15 points in the first 2 minutes?
No, he scored like 5...
He scored 15 in the first 2
He
minutes.
scored
I mean, it was great. I never seen anything like it.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander also had 31, which is cool.
He scored, I think, like 7 threes in like a minute.
Do you know what I saw? Did you see the shot? I didn't see it live. I don't know whether we turned it off already or whether I was dozing off. But did you see the one shot that Luka did where it was like
Yes.
past half court?
I can't believe he missed that.
You can't believe he missed it?
Yeah.
Like he shot it from the other foul line. Can you put your phone down because you're banging way too much, dude?
And that's another one.
What else on? So what would be your pick? If you had to put $1 on it, what would be your pick for how you would change the All-Star game?
The home court advantage. But say if like Kate Cunningham was in this and like if they won, it would mean nothing to him. So
yeah, but it would mean an awful lot to the players. Like think about who started. Think about the top 7 guys on each team. Most of their teams are in the running. Most of those teams will be in the playoffs.
Like I think the only team that is not currently in the playoffs right now with Scotty Barnes, and he's on the Raptors.
What do you think James Harden thought about not being in the All-Star game?
I'm sure he cried, but
He was probably like, "Yo, dog, they don't."
He was like
good.
number 7 for voting.
oh yeah, the only team that did not have that had an All-Star but did not is not currently in the playoffs right now is the Raptors. Scotty Barnes. They only have 19 wins.
Okay, I think a part of Link's locker room talk too should be the fact that you guys have games coming up. Lincoln, you have a game tomorrow, and Franklin, you and Lincoln have a double header on Friday, correct?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you're gonna do?
I think tomorrow I'm gonna score.
Mediocre.
I think tomorrow I'm gonna score 4 points.
4 points.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're gonna be like
I do I think one's gonna be a jumper, and I finally think that I'll get to the foul line. No, hold on. If it's against the team that has all 5th graders, I think I'm gonna score 6 points. But if it's against a 6th and 5th grade team, I think I'm gonna score 4.
Okay. What about you, Frank?
I think I'm gonna score 8 because
You want to try calling Mom? See
Yes.
how many points she thinks that you're gonna score. Let's see if this
I
works.
think I'm gonna have 5 rebounds
right,
and 2 assists.
Hold on. Let's see if this works.
I heard Mom
No,
say
it's
hello.
not working.
I heard Mom say hello.
Hold on. I'm gonna try this one more time. Remember this happened last time?
Yeah, I heard Mom say hello.
Yeah, I know, because she answered the phone.
Let me hear it.
I'm gonna try it one more time. Okay, let's try it.
Dad, I have a question for you when we're done the podcast.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see if this works. Oh, it's working. It's working.
Hello.
Hey,
You're on the podcast.
you're on the TheRippStixx Podcast. I have a question for
Oh,
you.
hey, dude. Yes.
How many were in the middle of Link's locker room talk? And we have 2 questions. Question number 1, what do you think they could do to the All-Star game to make it more competitive? And then the second question, how many points do you think Lincoln's going to score on Friday? And how many points do you think Frank's going to score on Friday?
Okay, the first question about the All-Star game to make it, would you say, more competitive?
Yeah.
I think that they should just play basketball.
But
They
Mom,
don't-
but
they're
Mom,
not
they're not going to do that.
Playing it all. Well,
gotta,
that's what they're getting
add-
paid to do.
They got to add something. They're just trying not to get injured. That's why.
All right.
We had to.
There's nothing to add. They need to play like real basketball.
It was very insightful on you. We were saying that what if they made it the winning team, like the winning conference has home court advantage in the finals? Whereas right now it's like the best, it would be like the higher seed or the best record. But how many points do you think that Lincoln is going to score? He said 4, unless he's playing the 5th grade team, and then he said 6.
I'm going to say 6 because Lincoln has been improving every single game. And he's doing a great job.
I said tomorrow.
And he shoots.
That's what I'm talking about. Now Franklin,
6
Franklin's
points.
game on Friday. Franklin said he's going to play very mediocre on Friday. I don't know why.
But I said
Why
I
do
was
you
going
have
to
that
score.
mindset, Franklin?
I said I was going to score 8 points. I don't know what mediocre is. I thought it means mid.
Well, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It does.
I think Franklin's going
It
to score.
does, but you should always improve at least 10 points.
I think Franklin's going to score 12.
12.
I was
Okay.
thinking 12.
As a matter of fact, you know what? How about this? Lincoln, if you don't score 6 points, you're grounded. Franklin, if you don't score 12 points, you're grounded.
Well,
Oh, you're really mean.
well, you might as well ground me now because I'm not going to score 6.
There's that confidence.
Well, that's the
what
right
about the quote
mindset.
what about the quote of the day that we read you at the beginning?
I'm not even going to try because I'm not even going to get 6 points.
Oh,
So.
that is exactly
Lincoln,
opposite.
you get the ball and you shoot. You've been doing great.
I'm not going to get 6 points, so
Dude,
just take my phone
are
away.
you
'cause-
kidding me? Do you want to hear the quote of the day?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the quote of the
There
day.
you go.
It was by Roy T. Bennett. Do you know who that is?
No.
I don't either. It said, great things
Who is he?
happen. I don't know. It says, great things happen to those who don't stop believing, trying, learning, and being grateful.
No, I appreciate that.
So
I liked
Lincoln
it.
obviously didn't listen to it.
Well,
All right,
that-
Mom,
that-
we're going to let you go.
Yeah, he misses opportunities. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, stop banging. Sit down, please. Link, is that the end of Link's Locker Room Talk? You have any other...
Well, I guess I'm grounded, guys, so you might not see me on the podcast next time we do it. But,
I'm Lincoln. I feel so sorry for myself. And I'm not gonna try.
Can I talk in the mic?
Bro, come on, man.
well, you might as well grounded because I'm not going to score 6.
First off, it was a
Did
joke.
you just listen to the podcast? What?
Yeah, bro. Hey, bro, it was a joke.
No,
Don't you understand that?
you said it.
Or are you a flopdoodle?
I'm done.
Stop it. Put that back on.
I'm done.
Put it on.
Put it on or actually.
Listen to me. I'm being serious with both of you guys. I'm not doing this.
What am I doing?
I'm not. You are being really good today, but there's just as many podcasts that you're not. And I don't want to do this if you guys aren't going to do it. You guys want to do it, and then you're like, you want these podcasts to be 5 minutes long?
No.
All right.
Can we move on?
How about this? Two more things that we're going to talk about.
The top 10.
One is learning a new skill. If you could learn,
We just talked about it.
no, we didn't. If you could learn any new skill,
We just talked about this last podcast.
I said cooking.
no, we didn't.
I said cooking
I'm
with.
looking at the notes from last podcast. I'm looking
We
at
said
them
if you could
right
have
now.
any skill. It's basically if you can learn any skill.
No, we didn't. I'm looking at it. We did weekly update, Carluccio's NBA celebrity game on Link's thing. We did MVP guesses, Phillies talks, Wawa, new segment called Chattin Animals with Frank, and then dad questions. There was no.
Dad questions had what skill would you have?
No. All right. If you could learn a new skill. Now, I'm not saying like, oh, I'd like to learn how to fly. I'm saying like a skill that you could actually like learn to do.
Yeah.
I like
Like
to learn
what
how to
would-
be a better basketball player. No, I like to learn how to surf better.
Ooh, me too.
Even though I shouldn't have said that because now Dad's going to sign me up for something. that I don't want.
Pop-ups. Surf lessons.
Okay.
Surf lessons
I
stink. I
want-
hate surf lessons.
To cook.
I'm not
and
doing them this year. They don't help.
I want to cook and bake without looking at the recipes.
Cook and bake.
Like
Without.
when I'm just using cookies, I'm like, all right, I need brown sugar. I need chocolate chips. I need all this. I need eggs. I need butter. I'm like, what? What's wrong?
How about
really hate the chip, but God, no.
so Link, you
Yeah.
how about we do this?
How scary.
Hey bro, we gonna surf?
No.
That's not scary in the beginning. It was like bones cracking, it felt like.
It didn't sound like bones cracking.
It kind of did.
No, it didn't.
It kind of that. Surf something.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. But you know what, Lincoln? That's not a new skill for you.
These are already getting better.
Like you already can surf. So what would be like a brand new skill?
I don't know.
Think of something.
Learn how to write cursive. I don't know.
Learning how to write cursive.
Really? Bruh?
Learn how to code and make video games on a computer.
Well, that'd be a good one. What about you, Frank?
I just told you mine.
What was
Cooking
yours?
and baking without looking at the directions and ingredients.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know what I would? You know what? Wait a minute. Do you want to know what my skill would be? I would really like to learn how to fly a plane
Ooh. Flies.
because you could like charter a plane, and I could be like, "Hey guys, do you want to fly to Florida?"
No.
You wouldn't trust Dad to fly if he learned how to?
Nah.
I would not.
Where would
You trust me to drive?
You'd have to like have like 2 or 3 years of experience, but if you had like
Oh, I agree.
5 months and like you're like, oh, I'm ready, I would not trust you.
I agree.
Because what happened to Kobe Bryant, I do not want that happening to me. Or
Well,
I'll be
that
all
was a
over the
freak.
news.
That was a freak accident.
That's because the win. They shouldn't have. That thing about being famous, you could die in like the most dumb ways. Like,
Well, hold on.
Don't-
You could die in the most dumb ways, not be famous.
yeah, I know, but like flying on a helicopter to a basketball game, you could just drive a car.
But you
Like,
gotta
we had to drive a
understand.
car.
Yeah, but here's what you gotta understand. Put yourself in this situation.
I'm not hating on Kobe or
No, I know
anything,
you're not
but-
hating, but I'm trying to give you some clarity as to why
I
he
love
does what he
Kobe,
does.
but
Kobe lives in a very, very populated area of California. And when you live in a very populated part of California, you don't want to live where other people are. So you live in like the outskirts. But believe it or not, to drive like from here to the Deffert Mall, you know how that takes us like 25 minutes?
yeah,
In California, it would take like 2.5 hours.
they're
So
just
when
so
you're-
famous?
No, because there's so much traffic.
they could take a bus like under the
Yeah, well, then it would
subway.
take you 3 hours. So what happens is people like Kobe Bryant, who have a lot of money, go, you know what? I'm going to take a helicopter. And it just so happened it was foggy and there was an accident.
Not the
And
right condition.
Unfortunately, he died. I'm sure that helicopter pilot has flown in those conditions 100 times. And he just screwed up. Or maybe there was a malfunction. Who knows? But
people said-
R.I.P. Kobe.
People said that what happened to the plane was like the radio signal wasn't working and like there was like so much wind and fog and they couldn't control. But
Could be.
it's like anyone could.
So we wrote down this morning a new segment called Top 10.
I actually have a list.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Are we doing chatting
Yeah.
animals with Frank?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go right into chatting animals with Frank. Frank,
Yes.
And then we're doing top 10. I
Um,
already have a list.
you have a top 10 list?
All right, keep that in your mind.
All right. Frank, what are we chatting about today?
We are chatting about a walrus.
Walrus. They're huge.
They weigh, I think, about like 1,400 tons.
They might weigh like 1,400 pounds. Let's see. Frank, can you please lift your head up? Thank you. So they actually, wow, they weigh a lot.
Yeah, I told you.
It says adult males can weigh more than 2,000 kilograms, which is 4,400 pounds. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. They live mostly in shallow waters above the continental shelf. They like mollusks.
Okay.
Yeah, man, wow. They they have giant tusks. Lots of blubber.
Is blubber like the thing that like the
It's so thick skin.
Blubber's like they're fat, I think.
Yeah. And so appearances, blubber, their tusks can grow up to 3 feet long. So just imagine, like 3 feet is like half of me.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It's
Well,
big.
when you think about something that weighs 4,400 pounds, that's nuts.
And so, well, we really just talked about how they look. Like they have whole eye, they have whole ears, like they're little holes. They have like flippers to propel in the water. And
I didn't know this. It says the modern walrus is mostly known from Arctic regions, but a substantial breeding population occurred on isolated Sable Island, 100 miles southeast of Nova Scotia. That's not too far from us. It says abundant walrus remains have also been recovered from the southern North Sea.
isn't that where like the big waves are, like the shipwrecks? Like the
Like where they do the Alaska.
Yeah, like I've seen videos of like the North Sea, and there's like these huge waves, and all these boats are in them, and like the music's scary, and I don't know why I keep watching them. I should not, but
Yeah. It says, let's see.
I'm sure they're enjoying their North Sea time. They get crushed by a wave.
It says most of them weigh between 1,800 and 3,700 pounds, but some of the bigger males weigh up to 4,400 pounds. Wow, that is crazy.
Well, that was really all about.
Oh my God, they said they can be up to 16 feet long.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's like
16 feet long.
wait, that's like that.
No, that's 4 of me.
That's like that to here.
No,
Like
that's 4 of me.
You know what's crazy too? It says that a walrus's hide, meaning like its skin,
Yeah.
accounts for about 20% of its body weight. That's crazy.
Well, that was really just
Yeah,
appearance. So let's move on to habitat. They live in northern oceans, such as Quebec, Serbia, San Francisco Bay.
do they? I thought that was like sea lions.
No.
Wow.
And their habit, they lay on ice floes.
Yeah, it says the majority of the population of the Pacific walrus, because I guess there's a Pacific walrus and an Atlantic walrus.
The Pacific. I think I'm doing the Pacific.
So the Pacific walrus spends its summers north of the Bering Strait in the Chukchi Sea of the Arctic Ocean along the northern coast of eastern Siberia.
Yeah, Siberia too.
Ooh, and along the northern shore of Alaska. It's crazy.
So they just live like there.
And they go in waters. They hunt for food. They have whiskers that are so long that they go on the ocean floor. They put the whiskers on the floor and try to sense clams, and they can then eat them.
That's cool.
Yeah. Wow. It says, the deepest dives in a study of Atlantic walruses near Svalbard were only 31 to 17 meters. But a more recent study recorded dives. What? No way. It said that a walrus can dive up to 1,640 feet deep.
I think so, yeah.
I can't believe that.
I think I have a book and it says
They're really
that.
fascinating animals.
I think they move 20 miles per hour in the water.
It says, due to its great size and tusks, the walrus has only 2 natural predators, the orca, which
And
is
the
the killer
polar
whale,
bear.
and the polar bear.
I knew it. This is why I wrote about them. They're so fascinating. They're so unique. They're
But what's funny is it says both those things, the orca and the polar bear, they really only prey on the walrus calves, the small
The
ones.
small ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're.
They could never eat the big ones. They would.
They will-
that's huge.
I'm
They
sure the
would have to
small
go
ones
through-
are big too.
no, actually, they're 136 pounds when they're babies.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
And that is all about habit. So, next station, diet. So, diet, they eat clams, sea snails, sea worms, and mussels. And they eat the inside of it, not the outside, because eating the shell would be horrible. And I think Dad's looking up some facts about it. Right?
No, you basically covered all of it. I can't believe
All right.
how crazy it is. But that was a good chat with animals with Frank.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe he's not done.
I still have a little bit of diet and fun facts.
Okay.
So, one walrus, just think of that. One walrus chilling can eat 6,000 clams in one meal.
I believe that.
Yeah, because they're huge. And
They're
the clams are
huge.
this
They
big.
look as big as a sumo wrestler.
I'm sure,
they're
Oh
so
my God,
big.
they're way bigger than a sumo wrestler. It's like the size of the Suburban.
Yeah, and that's a. And tell me that is. It's a
All right. Well, that's a good
fun facts.
good fun facts.
No, that was not fun fact.
Oh,
that was diet.
what's your fun fact?
And fun fact. Well, I don't know. I won't say that one because I don't know how to say that word. It's like a bad.
Okay.
It's their scientific name. It's crazy. One
Their scientific name is Odubinus rosmarus.
Yeah, I couldn't read that. Walrus's tusks have rings around them like tree trunks. The rings tell how old they are.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So if you like go close up, see the rings, and like you can count all of them.
Oh, pretty cool. I wonder
And
how
I
long
think
they
they can live like 40 to 30.
Wow.
Not long life.
That's pretty crazy.
And I think a walrus's blubber can grow up to 3 inches.
Wow. That's crazy. Now you know why polar bears, when they attack them, they don't get right through. 3 inches, that's like that thick.
I know, it's thick. And walruses have an air sac under their throat, which helps them to float in the water because they're so weighted.
You know, one thing that I think I might
They need
want
a
to tell the viewers right now
Yep.
is that you are going over all these facts off the top of your head. The facts that I said, I was actually reading from my phone. You are just ripping these things off the top of your head.
And
It's a good job on you.
yep.
All right, dude.
Last but not least,
Oh, okay.
male walruses are called bulls.
Bowls. Thank you, Franklin. All right, so the last
I have
segment that
my
we're
top
going to
10
do
list.
is we're going to do top 10 lists. And I just want to explain that the way we should probably do this is this time that you're going to do a top 10 list. And maybe when we do this segment next time, maybe like Franklin will come in with a top 10 list or
Yeah.
I'll come in one. So what's your list on?
Mine's on most. We should have done this in my locker room talk, but I was thinking about it all day. Top 10 most overrated NBA players
Of all time or current?
right now.
Okay.
And
So top 10 most overrated NBA players
At-
currently.
at 10, I'm going De'Aaron Fox.
This season?
Yes, I'm going De'Aaron Fox this season.
Okay.
Okay.
I just because like people are like just giving him so much credit, but like he's not like there yet. Like he'll be there in a few years, but like he's not.
I think
really.
he's going to be like the next Isaiah Thomas, but he's not. He's like not. Yeah, like he's not there yet.
At number 9, I'm going James Harden.
He's a bum.
I know the amount of All-Star votes that he got this year is absurd.
Yeah, he's just for Harden.
But he has like a game-winning 3. And
Oh, who cares?
That wasn't.
So does Ronald McDonald.
But yeah, number 8, I am going Karl Anthony Towns.
What?
Yep, I'm going. Should
Don't
I?
put it there. No.
All right, fine.
I'm good.
And then I'm putting his teammate Anthony Edwards.
What?
Hold on. I have to.
Bro.
And I know some people are gonna get mad, but Anthony
I'm
Edwards.
mad.
Bro, you're wrong. I mean, that's just wrong.
Anthony Edwards is like top 15. Boo. Boo.
The weeb. All right, who's next?
No, I'm saying why. I'm saying why Anthony Edwards because Anthony
Talk
Edwards.
into your microphone, please.
Anthony Edwards. People are comparing him to Michael Jordan. He is not Michael Jordan.
Hold on. First off, no one's comparing him to Michael Jordan. They may have said, "Oh, he kind of resembles Michael when he was
looks
that
like
young."
Michael.
No,
He looks like
no,
Monkey.
no.
Dude, you can't. He is not even close to being in the top 10 of overrated.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
But
Who's
Dad,
next?
he's close to be top 10
Who's
in
next?
best.
I've
He's a
got
bum list.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. Dude, you're a hater. You know what I just realized?
You're a
a
hater.
hater.
You're such a hater.
Let's hear the rest of his list.
Don't tell us why. I just want
At
to hear them.
number 6, I got Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving's not overrated.
Yeah, he's
Yes, he
not.
is.
No, he's not. He's probably one of the fastest point guards in the entire league.
Yeah, but
Besides
he's over.
Steph ain't fast.
At number 5, I got Jamal Murray.
What?
Bro, this list is
hater.
is
You
No, actually, I'm replacing Jamal Murray and James Harden.
Boo.
All right, so so Jamal Murray's number 9, Harden's number 5. Then I've got at number 4, Paul George.
What? He doesn't.
I mean, listen, Paul George is getting old.
But he's still good. He
I
had
don't
like
know.
31.
Yeah, but I don't know. To be overrated, someone's got to be rating you pretty high. Who's rating Paul George high still?
People. And so are people rating Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown. They're
Well,
not
listen,
rating
Kyrie
them.
Irving and Jaylen Brown are still pretty good.
Yeah, they are. At number 3, this is going to get some hate. Ja Morant.
Dude, hold on.
You
Like,
suck.
John Morant can be kind of a bum in his personal life, but he's an awesome player, dude.
Yeah,
He's
but like,
athletic.
I'm replacing
That
Jamal.
dude jumps through the ceiling.
He has a 38 vertical.
Actually, John Morant is just one off the list.
Oh, okay.
Replacing Ja.
How are you coming up with this list?
I'm just thinking. At number, I'm going.
This is going to go down as this is the first
Bum.
ever and worst ever top 10 list ever.
At number 3, replacing it, I've got. Hold on. This is hard. No! I'm thinking of one. Number 3, I'm going Victor Wembanyama.
Oh,
First off, he's a rookie.
and he scored 19. That's a high for a rookie.
And
but
listen,
they're
I'm
giving
going
it
to
to
make a
him,
new rule. If you're going to do the top 10 list, like if it's your turn to do the top 10, you need to come in prepared with your list.
Yes.
Damn right.
You're researching right now. That's why your list is so bogus.
So we're making the top 2. At number 2, this is also going to get some hate. I've got. I don't want to say it.
Just say it.
I was going to say Jalen Brunson.
Dude,
What?
This is a bum
Oh
list.
my
He's
God.
a bum list.
You are
All right,
so bad.
Let him just finish it. Who's the number 1 on your most overrated list?
Jason Tatum.
Oh my! I'm leaving.
Like, you could argue
my
that Jason
God.
Tatum is like top 5 player in the league right now.
He is, but he's overrated.
That is so horrible. I'm gonna leave
I'm
right
saying
now.
it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize.
I'm saying this because, like,
I apologize for my older son's lack of judgment.
Yeah.
He is a hater. He just proved it. Notice that he didn't put that bum LeBum James on his top 10 overrated.
He's number
right now.
9.
Jesus. All right, guys.
Or I'm leaving. Bye.
Hey, listen. I love you.
Love you.
Here's our outro music.
And
I'm
this is
Lincoln Wyckoff.
I'm Franklin Wyckoff.
And I'm dead.
And this is the end of the
Bye.
RippStixx Podcast.
See ya.
Bye. See you next time.